Hey you guys, Emily here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys this makeup look I created. This is for New Year's Eve, or any day of the year to be honest. I'm actually wearing my New Year's Eve outfit just for the video. It's actually a one-piece jumpsuit and it's black with, you know, the sequins as you can see. And I realized it's neutral, so why not play up the makeup a little bit more? So I wanted to do some color. So today's color is going to be pink cranberry-ish, and there's glitter, there's lots of lashes, and we have a glossy lip this time, which is something I normally don't do. Oh, sorry, my glitter fell. And everything else is the same, so, but you will see a couple different things here and there in this tutorial that I normally don't do, so just keep an eye out on that if you want to take some techniques from this video for your New Year's Eve makeup look. Anyways, I really want to show you guys how I created this look, so let's get started. Hey you guys! Alright, so to begin this tutorial, I am using my favorite primer of all time, the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Next, I'm using this is a sample from Lush. It's the eye cream that they sell. And so far so good. It's very nice. Now for foundation, I am actually using a different foundation this time, not my Cover Click from Cover FX. I wanted to try something different, and I forgot how amazing this foundation is. You guys know that when you have a couple makeup products, you tend to forget the good ones, like I was doing for my creamy concealer from NARS for a while. But yeah, I love this foundation. I'm applying it with my Real Technique sponge, and as you can see, it's a little bit too light for me, but we're gonna warm it up later, so that's no issue. Next, for concealer, we're gonna be using both the NARS and the Urban Decay. So first is the NARS. It's more yellow based. It's very brightening, and it conceals very well. So I'm using that first, blending it out with my Real Technique sponge, and I'm also applying that onto my eyelids because I've been using concealer as an eye primer lately, and just to cancel out the redness and discoloration. It works pretty well. It's the Jaclyn Hill technique. I started doing it because Jaclyn Hill was doing it, and if she can create bomb-ass eyeshadow looks that last with concealer, then I was like, let me try it, and it does work. So next I applied the Urban Decay one because it's more neutral, and it kind of like takes away a little bit of the brightening effect and makes it slightly more natural looking. It still brightens underneath the eyes, but it's not as like in your face. So that's why I like using it. And for powder, to set the concealer, I'm using the sponge again. We're not baking, we're just setting it. And this is a different technique that I'm doing. I usually use my powder puff to set my face, but I'm using a big fluffy brush this time, and I kind of like it. Now I'm using the Amazonian Clay Airbrush Foundation from, sorry, I have such a creepy face when I'm putting on like cheek stuff, from Tarte Cosmetics. And as you can see, it did a fantastic job warming up my skin tone to match my body. I took that pretty much all over, but mainly on the outer parts of my face to keep the brightening effect of the concealer on the center of my face. So for contour, okay, this is a different technique that I've been doing lately as well. We're just gonna take a little bit of the contour, remove the excess onto my hand, and then just lightly tap it on the cheekbone and blend upwards. Here, I'm going to show you again. As you can see, I'm tapping and then blending upwards. I was doing this because I'm like, I don't want like a crazy intense contour. I want it to look realistic, and that's kind of like what makeup is all about. Makeup is about making it look real in a way that it's like, oh, that's kind of like how she really does look like, or okay, maybe not this tutorial because it's a lot of makeup, but you guys know what I mean? Like makeup, I really wanted to enhance what I already have. So this contour method, like, I'm shook. S-H-O-O-K, people. Okay, so for eyebrows, I did that off camera. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. So for transition, we're going into the Burgundy palette from Kylie Cosmetics, and we're taking Beach. And this color I'm using with the concealer brush from e.l.f. I never use this for eyeshadow, you guys. This brush, I never use it for eyeshadow. But once I saw Tana Mojo use it for her makeup tutorial the other day, I was like, wow, she did a great job blending it. But I'm like, it's mainly the brush because I know she's not really big on makeup and she started to do eyeshadow looks. So that's why I wanted to try it. And it is flawless. I love it. So for the crease, I'm going in with, what's the color? It is, oh, the Burgundy color. Burgundy, obviously. We're going in with Burgundy and taking that into the crease. And then blending it out again with that e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm impressed by that brush. Very good. Next, I'm taking the Brick eyeshadow shade and we're going to intensify the crease a little bit. Still keeping it, you know, burgundy-ish, but I want to intensify it just a tad more. Now, for the lid, we're going to cut the crease. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Concealer to do this, and I'm also using the Tarte Concealer Brush to cut it. I love this concealer brush. It is absolutely amazing, especially for those, like, cutting the eyebrow and cutting the eyeshadow. Cutting the eyebrow, is that a thing? I don't know. Next, we're taking Dubai eyeshadow from the palette, and I wanted to cut the crease because I wanted these eyeshadow colors to really pop. They didn't pop as much as I wanted, but it did the job. It was alright. So we're taking In the Spotlight from Makeup Geek. It's the foiled eyeshadow. Oh shit, sorry. My throat cut there a little bit, kind of cracked there. I kind of just woke up. Taking the In the Spotlight eyeshadow, and I'm taking that on the empty space, obviously, and then fading out the edges. And it gives this metallic eyeshadow effect, which I fell in love with. I love it so much. Yeah, and I also took whatever was left in the brush into my brow bone. So to deepen the crease, we're taking Almond and deepening the crease. I just took it in the outer corner and into the crease. I didn't take it in the inner corner. Next, we are going to finish the brow bone. Sorry, I thought we were going to... Oh, this is next. Yes. We're taking Tarteist Gel Liner. Now, I kind of regret this part. I wish I would have just, like, maybe tight lined or something like that. Because I went way too thick on this eye when it came to my liner, in the middle part of my eye. The wing was fine, just the inner corner part was way too thick for my liking. But it was going to be covered with lashes anyways, so kind of why I don't do wing liner a lot. My eyes just don't take it well if I go too thick, and going thin is kind of hard sometimes. So we're going to start the lower lashes with Beach and going very wide with that with a fluffy brush because it's going to give that illusion of that faded effect. And next we're going to take Brick and go right on top of it. Not as faded, but right on top of it. And then finishing with Almond in the outer corners, and whatever's left on the brush, I'm just taking that in the inner corner. Now we're going to open up the eyes a little bit with a nude eye pencil. I haven't found a cruelty-free version yet. This one is not, so I'm not going to mention it if you guys are wondering. And this mascara is debatable. Some people think this company is cruelty-free and some people say it's not, so I'm just not going to mention it. So, for lashes, we're using the Ardell Wispies. Not the Demi Wispies, the regular Wispies. They're a little bit more dramatic and a little bit longer, but they're still not as dramatic as I want them, so I used both on one eye. As you can see the difference. They look fantastic. I recommend you to glue them both together first and then place it on your eye. It was a little difficult doing one by one. Now, I kind of regret this part too. Oh my gosh, lots of regrets in this video. I'm sorry. But the liquid that I combined the glitter with, it was kind of removing my eyeshadow. Or at least it looked like it. Maybe the glitter was just very light. As you can see, it kind of like, you can see it in the dark areas that it was kind of like blunt. But anyways, you couldn't see much of it in this video, but in person it was very pretty. So it's unfortunate this camera didn't pick it up. So for blush, I'm using this pink one from Ofra. The bad thing about Ofra, not that it's bad, just it doesn't say the name on the pan, and I'm sorry, I just don't know the name of it, and I don't remember. So for the cheeks, I'm using the Tarte's Pro Glow palette, and I'm applying that on the cheekbones. What's that shade? I'm using Lit, and then I'm mixing it with Strobe towards the end to make it pop a little bit more. By the way, I used In the Spotlight Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow in the inner corner. I forgot to mention that. Now to finish the look, we're going to finish the lips with Nighthawk Urban Decay lip liner. And I like to go in with this first. It's like a brownie rose. It kind of deepens the liquid lipstick. This is from Kylie Cosmetics Exposed Liquid Liner, liquid lipstick. And without it, exposed is too light for me, so I like that depth that it gives. And it gives it like that perfect brownie nude for me, and I'm just obsessed with this combination. I've been wearing it all the time. Now, I'm not a glossy person, but I decided to put on literally gloss from Kylie Cosmetics, and I loved how it came out. And this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns of anything that I used in this video, comment down below. Till then, I'll talk to you in my next video. Happy New Year's!